Even if you don't have a desire to sell it, it's always a good question to ask. How do I sell my small business? Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. Always a delight to be with you. Make sure to head on over to our website, mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy. You can take a 7-minute healthy assessment. It's good to do about every 6 months to assess the metric health of your business. Hey, you are not your business. I want you to hear that clearly. You are not your business. I own the On Purpose Group. It's the entity that holds Business on Purpose, but that is not who I am. I recently heard a late middle-aged woman recently say something that made me sad. She said, I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't own this business. It's been my identity for so long. It's ironic the amount of time and focus we spend trying to protect our digital identity, identification cards, credit cards, passwords, and yet spend very little time trying to maintain a distance between ourselves and the identity that is created from our work. You are not your work. I am not my work. Today, you can serve ice cream. Tomorrow, you can lead a class on pottery. And the next day, you can lead a congressional hearing. Of course, acumen in any trade or profession is in part gained through right repetition over long periods of time. So if you wish to have impact through your work, then it will likely require longevity and focus. Where we must be careful is when longevity and focus begin turning into obsession and idolatry, along with a healthy dose of, well, what else would I do if I didn't do this? Anything valuable taken to an extreme is at risk of becoming a liability. Hence the woman who has allowed her business to become her identity. Her community might look at her and say, wow, what an impact. While her family and friends might look at the same person and think, wow, what a missed opportunity. How do you ensure that you and your business remain two separate organisms working in tandem for the health of your surroundings and avoiding becoming one and the same? We've got to build our business with an open hand, realizing that you not owning the business is always an option that's on the table. That's right. You not owning this could be the right thing down the road. Although I own the On Purpose Group, I want to operate with a mindset that I simply manage the business as a general manager or a steward who is always looking out for the best interest of all the stakeholders, not just me, and to build the back end of the business in such a way that someone else could come and they could manage if that time were to come. Recently, Jarek Taylor, owner of Taylor's Landscape Supply and Nursery, left his 5-location business for 2 weeks to go serve as an employee at a similar business about 5 hours away. He wanted to go see how a similar business is managed day to day. Now, while Jarek is gone, Taylor's will continue to operate because it has been built in such a way where multiple team members can operate or steward the business in the owner's absence. Jarek is not Taylor's, and Taylor's is an organism running, operating, and growing even while he's away because the team is empowered to grow the business. It is always better to have a sellable business, even if you choose not to sell. It's probably a statement worth repeating. It is always better to have a sellable business, even if you choose not to sell. So how do you build a sellable business that can run without you and free you from the prison of being tied to that business, whether you wish to sell it or not? 3 things. Number 1, you must decide. It's a mindset that you will not be synonymous with your business. It is more of a mindset than a checklist of tasks to be accomplished. So ask yourself right now, do people know me for anything other than my business? If you have a hard time answering that, you've got to take action. What are the things that makes your senses light up? What are the things you dream about doing if you didn't have to, quote, work all of the time? Brennan Manning, that great author, once asked, what makes you cry? What is it? What makes you tear up at the mere sight of the thing? A child jumping into a father's arms? A homeless woman on the street begging for money at the stoplight? A legislative policy? Or maybe ensuring that couples are well equipped before they get married? For some, we must begin radically separating our identity from our business. Imagine this. We're all standing at your funeral, and on your headstone it reads, he owned a great company. Of course, that great company can do great things for people like providing great jobs, great products that serve needs, and the rest. But I would dare say that your life is of more value than the jobs you create or the products that you serve. Even without the company, you are important. Wouldn't you rather have your headstone read, "He loved well," or "His family was crazy about him"? The second thing we must do is to commit to building purpose and systems that build people that build the business. One of the reasons that you are synonymous with your business is because most of the systems of the business are in your head. What happens to the business is something happens to you. That was the question that TJ Anderson asked driving down a 4-lane road in 2015. TJ owns Atlantic Spray Foam in South Carolina and had that sobering thought when he was thinking about his future. He began radically committing to building systems, process, and purpose into his business. And he went from being the dominant business developer in his business to rarely selling, rarely servicing, or rarely scheduling any jobs, and instead investing in a team that invest in the customer. The final thing you need to do is you need to surround yourself with third-party wisdom mentors who are not going to blindly cheerlead. You need truth tellers and advisors who can properly forecast what is coming and thoughtfully plan how to equip yourself, the business, and the people around you. A Jewish proverb tells us, "Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed." It's Proverbs 15:22. I might go a step further and say this: without objective counsel, plans fail, but with many wise advisors, they succeed. You are not your business. Your business is a valuable asset, but you are of even greater value. Again, take 7 minutes. Go to mybusinessonpurpose.com/healthy and take that healthy business assessment, and it will help you to understand how sellable is my business and how disconnected am I from it.